Major Arts with a farewell speech.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. Respected Father Principal, Juzo Vargas Ashe. Respected Father Vice Principal, Bobby Joseph Ashe. Respected Treasurer, Father Anup Minj Ashe. Respected Father, Father Cap Miller, and all the respected department heads and all the faculties. In the 16th century, when Renaissance was at its peak, when humans were accelerating on the voyage from darkness to light, as science was moving away from the text of Aristotle to more experimental modes, two young men, Saint Ignatius and Saint Francis Xavier, along with their friends, took the vows of chastity and poverty and decided to spread the light of education to all, for it was a concern much too broad for such a boundary. They saw culture and education not as enemies, but as friends, cross seas and mountains and perils with the faith and dream to serve others, and hence prove the world that an idea, a belief, a faith, and a dream can influence and change the lives of millions of human beings. Sitting here as a graduate to be in an educational institution, which carries the legacy of 500 years old educational tradition that has been evolving and growing over time, is in itself an honor for all of us. As I first sat down to write this speech, I was so overwhelmed that I could not write anything at all. Obviously, there was no way I could summarize all this experience of 3 years in some 3 minutes. Taking into consideration the global shift towards innovation and technological development, we attempt to find the one-size-fits-all solution for our education. Our focus has shifted towards the STEM subjects: science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Humanities and human sciences are pushed off to the side in the picture. Well, choosing to do the measures in humanities in bachelor's was surely not a one-shot decision for many of us, because it's hard to put a value on how we process the human experience. It's hard to determine one's career trajectory with a humanities degree. Nevertheless, arts did unfold new universes to us. The lectures we have been through, books we read, and the community engagement we had have provided us balance and perspective. They have told us where we have been in the past and helped us envision where we are going in the future. The humanities have helped us to make connections to why things are the way they are, help us to learn to think critically, to develop a solid foundation for innovation itself. It has provided us with the liberty to switch our works the immediate moment we feel we are not being able to develop passion in our work. Help us to see the sickness in roots, to experience futility of human life with grab in existentialism, and that which deny an inherent purpose to life. Then again, it has helped us to come out of the pessimistic, nihilistic outlook towards life that in itself has painted by gifting us idealism that constructs significance through perceiving and being perceived, by instilling in us a desire to live, explore, and share, and hence giving us the power to create, whether be the Instagram stories or a Facebook post. Point to be noted, both of them have a story and a book here. And yes, now I'm more convinced than ever that humanities should not be merely treated as an aesthetic luxury, neither just as an academic discipline, but should be integrated into the mainstream education for all since the elementary school. Though we had different experiences in St. Xavier's, having to come to college early in the morning, being punctual and being responsible, little did we realize that slowly but surely, all of those rules and regulations that we had to follow have shaped our beings and made us better persons today. St. Xavier's also gave us memories to live for. From Xavier's Day celebration to BA Family Week's teamwork, from social work camps to welcome and farewell programs we became a part of. From terminal exams to board exams, from Easter Feast to Solidarity Day. Not only that, St. Xavier's has also gifted us friends whom we envision to be with us till the very end of our life here on earth. As the college is bidding us farewell today, I, on the behalf of the whole batch of 2016-2019, would like to thank the college administration, faculties, and dear fathers for welcoming us with all your heart to this prestigious institution of yours, which today has become ours too. I'd like to thank our dear teachers and head of department for always being there and inspiring us to be more and do more. The 3 years of fieldwork has been indisputably been the best part of our bachelor's life. The work experience has strengthened our understanding on global and national issues. As we are graduating with our university degree, we very much understand how rare is this occasion for our fellow friends and brothers and sisters in our country. We understand we are a bizarrely globalized world in which the extra was in excess of one culture was up as a famine or the flood in the source of another. We understand the immense inequality that persists and how the current system is just very unjust. But we also understand that a little moment of courage, little act of kindness, and a stupid little idea can and have always bent the arc of the history and will continue to do so. We understand we, with our perseverance and love, can fix things if we dare, as this age is obviously better than any pastime to be a social worker. Globalization has erased the geographical barriers. Advent of technology has reduced the importance of masculine strength, condensed women's work in-house. Marxism and feminism have been widely read in practice. Information and learning has never been so accessible and affordable to every class of people, and hence it has made this century an era of power shift, from historically powerless to historically powerful. That has undeniably been a milestone in lessening all the disparities that existed earlier. Thousands of years of social and economic fundamentals have been revolutionized and restructured in the recent few decades. Thus, it's the best days known till date to be a social worker, and we are ever so excited. And to step out of this institution to this dazzling world, we promise to remain intact with the Xaverian values. We'll try to construct our strength, not by imposing power, but by earning respect and trust. We'll try to communicate as authentically as we can, focus on building skills rather than resume, impact rather than stagnation, gratitude but not anger. Honesty shall be our best policy. Sharing and caring shall never be forgotten. We'll try to empathize with someone, even though we disagree with them, and time and again, will always force us to question our own beliefs, because as we always say, once is Xaverian, always is Xaverian. Thank you.